Back then, in that old house in Cedar Springs, you and I, we used to wait for the dark and we'd go outside and chase fireflies. Burst through the doors like two smokestacks cutting through the air with our feet and our breath, and we would run towards all of those suspended lights. You and I were much smaller back then. We were just friends with a future and a pocket full of tricks, wet dreams and smiles and gold in our teeth, batteries inside our heels and salt and silk inside of our tears. Our bodies were awkward like an unplanned first kiss. Nothing moved but them and us. The nearest street light was 4 houses down, and on the other side of the block, in that giant blazing white ball in the sky, and all of those miniature dancing suspended lamps, they made the grass seem like a graveyard for forgotten but living angels, with nothing left to bless but my front lawn like Cupid with snake charming on my rooftops. You see, back then it was love. And after hours of treasure hunting and hours of neon constantly sifting through my knuckles, I would stumble back into the kitchen, sullen and empty-handed. But for you, the fireflies always seemed to land playfully inside your palm. On some special occasions, you would wrap up a few inside your knuckles and place them in a jar. Place that jar into the corner of the living room, and we would watch it the way that it shimmered and shined until it dimmed and died. But we weren't murderers. We were just children searching for a lullaby with the right melody to tuck us in at night. And I say this because I know that it hurts the most when you know the entire story, when love is no longer the answer to all of your problems, but just another reason for me to watch you steam in your sleep until I pray to the timber in your stomach that echoes in the very vibrate of it all. And I hope to God that this is the last love poem that I write for a very, very long time. You see, back then it was okay. That years of pages still feel of yesterday like effort untired, but I am tired of watching the lead in my pencil and the ink in my bones drown in a choke of trying to describe something that used to fill up the room like a slow clap stuck on crescendo, or like an infant's cry, or like a firefly stuck in a navy pier night. So this is for the real lovers who need no poems, and this is for the poems that are waiting for the real lovers to write them. This is for the heaven and the hell and the ash that me and my lady used to swim in. This is for the beauty in saying goodbye, because I have learned that love is most beautiful when it's fading. It's the only time that it has no other reason to be there, but still it dangles like legs on a roller coaster, like mistletoe hangs, like hope lives in a jar in the corner of the living room that you will later dream in. Blame me, because it's words just like these that make you want to pull at one another just like a good high. Pick up the phone and dial your name and say, listen, I'm sorry, my love, it doesn't matter who fucked up, just come and sway with me tonight. We can talk about all of the old times, all of the yellow lives, and all of the fire that we made back then. Thank you.